Hello guys, welcome to my blog. Come with me to Würzburg for my scholarship meeting over the weekend. So the bus that is taking us to Würzburg has arrived. It was close to the main train station, so I went there and I put my bag under the bus. The bus was beautiful. It's a Mercedes bus. I have never seen, okay, I have seen buses that are beautiful, but this was beautiful. I wanted to carry it and take it back to Nigeria, to my country. Then this was us going, traveling. We were on the way, and I saw this beautiful museum with aeroplane, and the sky was beautiful. It was nice. Then after some moment we stopped at the gas station just to for a break. So I got those chips with teriyaki sauce. It was really delicious. I just got it because I didn't have breakfast before leaving the house, and I really enjoyed it. It's not because I was hungry, but it was really good. And we finally arrived at the venue for the event, and I saw some of the DAD alumni. There was a lot. There was lectures. Oh my God, you guys! I was having goosebumps. I didn't know I needed to attend this until I actually attended it. So after the first lecture, there was an entertainment. So these were the people like from the choir making like singing. It was really nice actually. So after the first entertainment, there was another lectures about AI, how we should use AI as a tool, not AI using us as a tool, because the amount of information we feed to AI, like from our personal life to down to our research, we feed AI with so much data. And so there was talk about that. So we should use AI as a tool, not AI using us as a tool. So that was the so after every lecture, there is a round of entertainment by the members of the choir. After the lectures, it was time for lunch, but we decided to stay back a bit. We used that time to network and talk to our senior colleagues, asking them how they manage everything they do and how they stay motivated, and just learning from their experience. It was really insightful and inspiring. Yeah, and we came outside to snap more pictures. The sun was out, but it was still very cold. So this was me. My hands were freezing. I was trying to snap pictures, but it was very cold outside. Yeah, this was me squeezing my face because of the cold. Then we finally went to the Mensa to get lunch. I had this as lunch. Honestly, I didn't really enjoy the lunch, but it was eatable, just that it wasn't very fulfilling as a Nigerian girl with a Nigerian taste bud. So, I was happy I really got the chips with the teriyaki sauce I got from the gas station. And this was breakfast the next day. I love breakfast. Man, I love breakfast. There are various options to choose from the hot and cold drinks to down to bread. There are different types of bread, fruits. Just select what you want, what you can eat. And then from my plate, this was what I got. I got croissant, a cake, egg. I got scrambled egg. I got fruit. I got this biscuit with Nutella. And this was after eating almost everything. I was so full here. I was ready for the day. We went back to the university where we continued the lectures, including presentation of our various researches. Then the next event of the day was city tour. We toured the city of Würzburg. This is our tour guide explaining some of the rich history of the city. This is the map of the city. Palace. It was very beautiful. I was so amazed by the beauty. Behind me is a palace from of a former prince during the early centuries. So this is a sculpture of Adam and Eve carved into the wall. It's a religious city with various churches. So and they have like various olden buildings. Some of these buildings are like 700 years old. It's a small city with a population of about 130,000 inhabitants. So the city is small, quiet, not too much population. You will notice that the energy in this room feels a bit gloomy. That was because our guide was explaining to us what happened during the Second World War. On the 16th of March 1945, Würzburg was attacked, and under 17 minutes, the city was destroyed. About 90% of the city was destroyed, and so many people lost their life. The substance that was used in the bombing material contains phosphorus, and then the more you try to use water to put it out, the more it gets more aggressive. If you notice in the display, there is a red house. The inhabitant of that house was a firefighter who had a knowledge on how to put out this type of fire using sand. So his house was not engulfed during the attack. So it was a really sad story actually. Then we came out and went to the old building of the university. Some of the buildings in this city are like 700 years old. Like I said earlier, it's a city with rich history and culture. Then this was us heading towards the main Alte Brücke. Main Alte Brücke means the main old bridge. Alte means old, main Brücke means main bridge. As we were heading towards the bridge, we stopped here where the guide explained to us what about this old house. It's an old house from the olden days. At this point I was so tired and I was feeling so cold. I wasn't understanding anymore, but it was giving Game of Thrones and Vikings vibes. So we finally arrived at the main old bridge. It's also known as the Stone Bridge. You might be wondering why I'm laughing so hard here. This was because the weather was so cold. It was raining cat and dog. At some point, I was not feeling my hands and feet because of how cold it was. Something funny happened. We were so determined to snap pictures that one person will be warming his or her hands, and then another person will be sacrificing to snap the picture, and then like we were taking turns in doing that. We finally finished the tour, and now we were heading back to our individual accommodation. For me, I went back and observed my salah. I prayed, got refreshed, and then changed. No, I didn't change. I was still wearing the same outfit. And then we came back to the venue for the dinner. The music was on the right volume. This was the menu for the dinner. Actually, I haven't gotten used to the taste of Oyibo food. This was the next morning. These are my new friends, the friends I made during the whole event. Some were doing their master's program while others were doing their PhD. And there was a lady that was doing a PhD in mathematics, and I was like, girl, what is your research topic? What type of PhD level formulas or equations are you solving? Because for me, maths was a bit tricky during my bachelor's, the first and second day of my bachelor's. But I wasn't surprised because the lady was very calm, and then I know she can do it, but I was so amazed because normal PhD is a lot of work. Just imagine doing PhD in mathematics. Yeah, I was so amazed by her. Then this is me.
Hi, my name is Khadija. I'm from Nigeria and I'm studying in KIT as well.
Nice. So this is me graciously wearing my Nigerian Ankara print. A lot of people were complimenting the dress, and I guess I was looking very beautiful. So that was it, and it was time to head home. Yeah, so that was what spoke for me, and thank thank you for watching. See you in my next one. Bye.